Well, it's going to entail you not missing workouts. All right? You can't come in every second time that you're supposed to be in the gym and expect this process to continue, because it won't. The process is contingent upon your following the rules. And the rules are you train 3 days a week. The rules are also that you must recover from the training that you perform. And recovery requires you to probably eat more than you want to. If you're not in the habit of getting up and eating a bunch of protein for breakfast, you're not going to be able to do this unless you change your habits. You're going to have to start eating breakfast. You're going to have to eat 7 or 8 eggs for breakfast every morning, whether you want to or not. Or have a big ham sandwich or something. You've got to have a big slug of protein early in the morning. First meal of the day's got to recover you from being asleep all night, having not eaten anything. So you've got to eat breakfast. If you don't want to eat breakfast, then you're not going to get this done. All right? Then you've got to eat 3 or 4 other times during the day. And every time you eat, you're going to have to eat enough protein, because you've got to build muscles out of something, and you build muscles out of dietary protein. Okay? Not enough dietary protein is available, then you're not going to build any muscles. And you're not going to achieve the strength goals, because the strength goals require that your muscles grow. Muscles get big because you ask them to produce the force of muscle contraction. That's why muscles get big. They don't get big because you did 12 reps with a light weight. They get big because you did 5 reps with a heavy weight. I know 12 reps is, makes you gassed and you get a pump and you feel like you actually accomplished something, but what you did was you lifted a light weight for 12 reps. Okay? So you've got to, there are just some rules that have got to be followed here if you want to achieve the goals. Let's say that your goal is more typically what we see in the general population of kids that come in and join the gym. They want to get bigger. They want to do bodybuilding. They want to do hypertrophy. They want bigger legs and bigger arms and a bigger chest and all that other shit. All right? Well, you're going to have to explain to them this very important fact. And you're going to have problems doing this, because the literature, quote unquote, the literature right now is just like it's always been. It's bodybuilding. And bodybuilding is wrong. Bodybuilding is high reps produce big muscles. And they don't. And the biggest bodybuilders in the history of that activity have been big, strong guys that lifted heavy weights. They've lifted heavy weights for a long time, and that's how they get big. And the heavy weights have got numbers attached to them. These guys with the great big giant guys that win the Olympia are all doing, in the bench, they're doing 500 pounds. They're benching in the 5s. They're doing inclines in the 4s. They're pressing in the 3s. Those guys can all squat in the 6s. They deadlift in the 7s. And these are heavy weights. These are heavy weights. They don't represent powerlifting specialization, but they do represent a lot of work done under a heavily loaded barbell for sets 5 usually. That's the most common rep range that everybody uses to get big. And the numbers on the bar dictate how big you're going to get. And the numbers on the bar indicate how strong you are. And if you want to be bigger, then you've got to get stronger. Now, God damn it, listen to me. If you want to be bigger, you have to get stronger. Now, I can't tell you what the number on the bar is, because as we just discussed, that has a whole bunch to do with your genetic endowment, your ability to stick to the program, your ability to manage your schedule, in a way that allows for adaptation to the stress of the program. And I can't tell you what you can expect from your program. What I can tell you is the process. The process you have to follow is your goal. The process is the goal. The number will be generated by the process and your ability to follow the process. And if you can't do it, then whatever number you decide is not going to be there. Join us this week on Starting Strength Radio. Oh, we've got so many important things to talk about. We're gonna talk about how to have your teeth cleaned or why not to have your teeth cleaned. What else are we going to talk about? Haters. We talk to the comments from the haters and how incredibly stupid these fuckers are. And we're also going to talk about the process of setting goals, how that is accomplished. What are the appropriate goals to set? How are goals achieved? Oh, God, high level, philosophical grade things here we're talking about on this week's episode of Starting Strength Radio.